Overall, in terms of qualified applications, we were able to generate 223 of them. We were able to generate, 16 caregivers, but, for a very cheap rate of $9 per caregiver. This campaign was actually to find travel nurses, and this person was on a small budget, but you can see to find qualified travel nurses, it was $38 per application. In this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to create a high performing job recruiting Facebook ad campaign. So that way, if you're looking to hire somebody, you can hire them ASAP. We all know that trying to find an employee can be rather expensive or daunting. Maybe you've tried Indeed, maybe you've tried Monster, maybe you've tried all these job board sites, but you're either just not getting enough applicants or the applicants you are getting are just simply not qualified. So a great avenue to find more of those applicants is by running Facebook ads, because you can generate these applicants at a very cheap rate. And also, if you run a messenger campaign, you can converse with them as well in real time, so that way you can schedule an interview, you can ask more qualifications, and do everything else you need to make sure you get the perfect fit for your company. So this works whether you're looking for low skill jobs, cleaners, caregivers, etc. But it also can work for the highly in-demand jobs like travel nurses who need master degrees in RNs, plumbers. So by the end of this video, no matter who you're looking to hire, you'll be able to find them right on Facebook. So let's get onto my computer so I can show you guys how to not only set up everything to attract them, but also how you can qualify them as well, so make sure that you're only getting notified of qualified applicants that are coming your way. So if you don't know me, my name is Aaron. I am a digital marketer that helps you not only get customers, but also get clients as well for your business. If you like that kind of stuff and you want more material, please plan to hit a like on this video and subscribe. I plan to release a lot more videos on this topic, so make sure you're subscribed and you stay tuned for that. Okay, so let's hop on my computer so we can see some of the results this kind of campaign can generate. So this was for a cleaner campaign, and we can see we've generated over 223 leads, and even more when we ran a traffic campaign. These are just link clicks, so these aren't applications. But overall, in terms of qualified applications, we were able to generate 223 of them. This campaign was actually to find travel nurses, and this person was on a small budget, but you can see to find qualified travel nurses, it was $38 per application. And it's a lot higher, yes, but because we had more strict requirements, such as they need to have experience, they need to have master's degrees and certifications and all that. But still, overall, $38 for good applications. That's overall a great price. And this campaign was to find caregivers for a home care agency. We were able to generate, 16 caregivers, but, for a very cheap rate of $9 per caregiver. So let's get into the campaign so I can show you guys how to set it up. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you've never run Facebook ads before in your life. The first thing you need to do is you need to create a Facebook Manager ad account. The best way to go about it is to create a business manager account, so that way Facebook takes you more seriously, and if needed, you can get connected to support with Facebook. So all you have to do to get started is on Google, go to Facebook Business Manager, and then you can click on this link here and go to business.facebook.com. And then if you're new, you're going to be prompted to, create an account, everything like that. Very basic stuff. If you're on this video, you'll be easily able to make an account. So once you make an account, you're going to see something that looks like this, but you're not going to have any campaigns created, of course. So what you want to do is you want to click on Create. So here we have to choose an objective, and it's very important that we choose the right objective, because it's going to determine who Facebook shows the ad to. So for example, if we just do an awareness objective, Facebook's just going to show your ad to everybody. They're not going to show your ad to people who are willing to, engage or become leads for your business. Traffic is just people who are willing to click on the ad, but then maybe not do anything else. With engagement, Facebook's going to show your ad to people who are more likely to like, comment, and subscribe. With leads, Facebook's going to show your ad more towards people who are more willing to fill out the form or, fill out an application in our case. And then ad promotion and sales, we don't have to worry about that for right now. So we're going to select leads for this category. So always select leads when you're running a job recruitment campaign, because we want people who are going to actively fill out our form and actually apply. So we're going to click on continue, and then you're going to see, this new campaign setup doohickey doo-ha day. You just want to do manual lead campaign creation and click on continue. So let's just say in our example, we're trying to find new caregivers for our business. However, this works no matter what industry you're in, no matter who you're trying to find. Follow the same steps that I lay out, and just obviously wherever your industry would make sense or whatever your requirements make sense, put that there. Okay, so we're just going to name the campaign YouTube subscribe, so subscribe if you haven't already, and caregivers. So the next part is very important. If you don't do anything else in this video, please do this, or else your ad account will get banned almost immediately. And when your ad account gets banned on Facebook, you're going to have a hard time getting it back, believe me. You want to go onto categories and make sure you hit employment. This makes sure that your ads and the targeting that we put follows the law for the most part, so you aren't breaking the law. And we don't want to do any discrimination based off race, gender, or all those other demographic features. Do not try to skip around it, because your ad account will get banned if you try to do that. So everything else you can keep the same. You can read more about these requirements if you wish. You have to use it as auction. The campaign objection is leads. We're going to leave off everything, A/B testing and advantage campaign budget. We don't need to turn that on yet. So we're going to click on next. And then now we can create the ad set name. So the ad set is the targeting. So this is where we tell Facebook, okay, here's who we want to target. This next part is the conversion location. So choose where you want to generate leads. So this is what I say when it comes to this. So instant form or messenger. So I usually don't like to do the both instant form and messenger, because it's just going to choose one more than the other, so you might as well just choose one from the get-go. Both of them are going to generate fine results. So whether to choose instant form or messenger depends on a couple things. So it really depends on how you want to get the leads and respond to them. So if you choose messenger, you're going to have a more interpersonal connection with it. You can see that they're qualified. Facebook's going to notify you, and then you can message them right on the Facebook Messenger platform. You can talk with them almost immediately and be able to achieve higher contact rates, because you're messaging them right on Facebook and they're responding to the messages on Facebook as well. So you're more likely to get in touch with them more. However, you have to make sure that you actually are using Messenger, or in this case, the Facebook Meta Business Suite, to respond. So if you're not on your phone, if you're not going to reply to them through Messenger, then this may not be the best option for you. You may prefer to get notified through email that you generated a lead, and then you can use Instant Form for that. So with Instant Form, they can fill out a form, and then we're going to, on the back end, set up a way. So that way, when someone fills out the form, you're going to get instantly notified through email, and you can call, text, and email them straight through there. So in our case, we're just going to do Messenger, and then later in the video, I will show you what to do if it's Instant Form. It's practically the same thing. Then you want to select your Facebook page. So I'm just going to select my Facebook page, for example. You're going to keep everything here the same. You don't want to do bid control, because that's going to limit your options, your daily budget. So what I say is $20 a day should be fine, should be okay for most people. However, you need to understand that the more experienced, the more highly skilled the applicant needs to be, the higher cost per applicant it's going to be. Is going to determine how fast you get the results that you want, or how fast applicants will come in. So usually what I say is $20 to $30 a day for most jobs should be all right. But if the job that you are advertising for requires a lot of skill and a lot of credentials, you might want to budget more in the $40 to $60 a day range. Leave everything the same, keep off budget scheduling for now. And now the audience. So this is where things kind of change from the last time I made this video to this time. Overall, you don't need to have any custom audiences yet, because you don't have any. So you want to choose the location that you want to advertise in. So what I say for this is the more the merrier. So the bigger you can make the area, the better. The more likely that someone in that area is going to be a qualified applicant and then reach out to you. Thus, the more applicants you're going to get. And also, Facebook likes broader targeting. So overall, the more broad you can make it, the cheaper your cost per application is. And we could see this here when I was trying to find caregivers for this other home care company. We could see here that when I did broad, the cost per application was $8.36. But then when I added interest to it, the employment interest, it was $13.50 per applicant. So let's say we're going to target all of Chicago. So keep in mind, with whatever area you target, you have to have a 15-mile radius of that specific city or area that you target. This is to prevent discrimination because they want to avoid people targeting by zip codes and excluding other zip codes due to the demographics within that zip code. So you always have to do at least a 15-mile radius. You have to do that. You can't change the age and you can't change the gender because that would be discrimination. And for the detailed targeting, like I was saying before, we want to just try broad, detailed targeting. So you can always run a test of adding different interests. So you can always click on browse and you can go through the interests to see, okay, what interests are best or what are the interests that a qualified applicant would get. So for example, if you are looking for, a car mechanic, you might want to test targeting automobile repair shop and also automobile as well, and also the automobile industry too. However, in our case, we're just going to keep it as broad as possible because it seems like broader audiences work better and get a lower overall cost per applicant. So we're going to pretty much let our ad do the talking and do the targeting and not do the targeting ourselves in this case. Languages is also kind of important. So if you don't care whatever language they speak, whether it be English, Spanish, or French, then you can put in, you can keep in all languages. But if you're only looking for English speaking people, you can just put in English as well and then just hit all, and then you'll be fine there. And now placements. So I usually just keep it on Advantage Placement Plus. However, you could change that if you wish to test manual placements. If you want to do manual placements, I just take off the audience network and then leave everything else the way it is. However, Advantage Plus placement is fine. But for now, we'll stick with manual and we'll just take off the audience network. And then we can click on next, and then we can create the ad. When it comes to creating the ad, things have changed since last year too. So usually I like to put all the ad copy in one ad, and then I like to test the different pictures. So we can name this one ad 1. And then the Facebook page is going to be the same. Don't have to worry about anything here. Use a single image or video, and then add creative. So for the media, you can get away with using stock photos in this case. However, the best results I have generated are 2 kinds of photos. So ones are like more authentic photos, so just you and your team, or you or one of your employees doing the job that you would want them to perform. Or you could just have a stock photo with words on it. Here's the job, here's the requirements, here's the expected pay, click below to apply. Those 2 type of images work well, and I'll have some examples on screen of those types of images that would work well in this case. Okay, so I just chose a stock photo in this case. So for the primary text, it's very simple what you want to do. So here I just put in ad copy that I know works very well, and I'm going to explain the framework for it for you, so that way you can have the best results as well. You can see when someone's scrolling on Facebook, they're going to see caregiver wanted because the emoji makes it pop out. If I'm a caregiver or I have caregiving experience, I'm going to see this. And then okay, you caught my attention. Get an interview within 24 hours. It's like, okay, I like that. And then $250 sign-on bonus. Okay, wow, this is great. It's a nice sign-on bonus. Nobody else is offering this sort of sign-on bonus. And if you want ideas of how other people are running their ads, you can just go on to what's called the Facebook ad library, and then you can click on this first link here, and then you can have access to what people are running in your industry. You can go here, you can select ad category, you can select employment, and then you can search by keyword. So let's say we are gonna target the keyword home care, and then you can look at the ads and look at what other people are doing, and then you can see, oh, look at this. No one else is offering a sign-on bonus. This person is saying, the pay that they can expect per week. Everyone's just saying looking for a rewarding career and things like that. So we can see how, those ads are kind of generic. They say the same thing that everyone else is saying. But if everyone's seeing that ad, it's like, okay, that's whatever. But they see our ad and it's like, oh, wow, they're offering me a sign-on bonus and I can start working. I get an interview within 24 hours. I can start working in 3 days. That's better than what this other company was offering. I'm definitely going to apply for this other company. And even if they apply for both, let's say that's a very good qualified candidate, who do you think they're going to go with? They're going to go with the person that's offering more incentive or more of a reason to work. So that's just an FYI of what you can do to see what other people are doing. So then you want to say who you're looking for. So you want to say we're looking for a motivated caregiver in the location that you are running ads in. So in Chicago, who operate with compassion, integrity, and that special feeling of that you get, when you brighten someone's day. So you just want to say overall who are you looking for when it comes to who you're hiring. You want to be a part of a company that puts you first and excel in your career, and then you want to say the benefits of that comes with working with you. You could say the competitive pay, flexible hours, medical benefits. So if you offer, you want to say the pay, you want to say the hours if it's flexible, you want to say if you offer any trainings or say any benefit that that an applicant would like when it comes to working with you. Then you want to get into the responsibilities that they would, be expected to do. So assisting individuals, all that kind of stuff. So you want to then list out the responsibilities. You don't want to list out all of them because you could have like 5 pages worth. You want to list the top 3 to 5 responsibilities that you're offering. So you want to list as many benefits as you can. So I would say up to 10. But when it comes to responsibilities, there's the top 3 to 5 priorities that if they have these 3 to 5 down, they can handle everything else for the most part. And then I like to say, a closing statement. If you love helping others, if you love helping the community, feel free to apply. And then you want to say, click below to fill out the messenger application, and we will be with you within 24 hours. And then you could say any stipulations you have for the sign-on bonus or anything like that. Another hack that you can also do to get more reach without spending more is by adding a please share this post with anyone who is looking for work. So that way people are more willing to share it. This is because people are more willing to share things that know that they'll help other people, because people want to help others for the most part. So if you say, hey, you could help somebody else by sharing this post, expanding the reach, and with that share, you get more eyeballs on your ad without having to pay for it. And then for the headline, you just want to kind of repeat what you said in the beginning statement here. So you want to say, caregivers wanted, get an interview within 24 hours. So something new that we can also do is we can have multiple ad copy variations in one ad. So what I like to do is I like to test at least 2 variations. So one with the same thing, but just without that opening, but without this middle paragraph here. So then we can just copy it, we can paste it, and then I just delete this part here, so we just get straight into the benefits, the responsibilities, and the closing statement. And then you could also test another ad, and then you could say, who knows, maybe we don't want to say get an interview within 24 hours. Maybe we just want to say here's a $250 sign-on bonus. And then, you can test a lot of different things. So the main things you want to test is just the incentives, really, and I would say the length of the post. And then you can also test just not having the responsibilities. You can just test just having one of the benefits. You can test just not having the benefits and just having the responsibilities. So there's many things we can test. So let's just make one more ad in this case. So let's try an ad without the responsibilities in this case. So this is going to allow Facebook to test and combine different ad copies with different headlines and along with this picture as well. So that way it can find the best combination to show to people. And then we can add another headline. So we can add another headline that says, caregiver wanted. Instead of an interview, we can do a $250, sign-on bonus. And then for the description doesn't show all the time. I just used to say something like apply today and start working. So I like to use the description to just say the incentive one more time. You could say, who your company is, and then you can add multiple descriptions if you want, but I don't feel that's necessary. So then the call to action, I usually just use apply now. And then, everything else is fine. And then we're going to create the questions. So I'm going to click on duplicate. So the first thing that we're going to do is go on to advanced, and then you want to name it. So we name this one caregiver messengers, etc., etc. The reminder you can keep the same, and then everything else here you can keep the same as well. So then the next thing you want to say when the welcome message is hi, the first name of the recipient, Facebook will automatically have that. Please answer a few questions so we can get to know you better and schedule an interview. And then for the questions, you want to ask the questions that they need to answer yes to in order for them to be a qualified applicant. So here it says, do you have 1 to 2 years of experience? So if they answer yes, they go to the next question. if they answer no to this case, if it's important, you want to just disqualify them. You want to add, I would say, at least one question, but no more than 4 questions. So you want to ask just the main important things. So usually a good sweet spot is 3 qualification questions that they need to have. So like, let's say if it's a travel nurse, they like, do you have a master's degree? Do you have 2 years of experience? Do you have these certifications? So to add a custom question, what you just need to do is click on add question, and then you can click on custom question, and then it's going to have it here, and then you can just have, question, 4. And then you can put, and then as the answers, you just want to have 2 options, really, yes or no. You can add in, yes, and then once you click on add options, you can add yes, and then you want to say go to question. So it's going to go to the next question that you have, and then you want to add in another option. So if they hit, no, then you want to just disqualify them. So you want to put in the custom questions first. So do you have 1 to 2 years experience as a caregiver? They hit yes. And then any other questions that you might have, you want to add there. To move the categories, you just click on the square thing, and then you can move it to, you can rearrange the order. You don't want to do accept other answers because that's just going to complicate things a little bit more that we don't really want to deal with. The next thing is you want to ask for their phone number and their email address so you can contact them. And then I like to have this answer validation on. That way, if they type in the wrong number, you can always have them adjust it. So you could just say almost done. What's your phone number? What's your email address? And then once they answer that, they'll go to the completion message. And then you can say, thanks for your answering our questions. We'll contact you to schedule an interview. So for the disqualification message, you can just say, I'm sorry, but this may not be the best fit for you. Have a great day. And then for the privacy policy, you need to make sure that you insert a privacy policy that you have on your website as a company. If you need a privacy policy, just go on the privacy policy generator, and then they will be able to generate a privacy policy for you that you can put on your website or whatever source that you have. You can't do a PDF anymore, or else, Facebook might ban your account. So it's easier to create a privacy policy. There's many free ones online. I'm not going to really get into that. And then what you can do is you can then click on save, and then I just hit X, but you can click on save for yourself. So what you then want to do is you want to test multiple ads, right? So then what you want to do is click on quickly duplicate, and then you want to test another picture. So let's say instead of this stock photo, we wanted to test another one. So you just click on remove, click on add media, click on add images, and then you would add another image, so on and so forth, and then make sure you rename the ad here. And you want to test at least 3 ads. Usually I like to do 2 photos and 1 video if you have it, but just testing photos will be fine. If you're doing an instant form variation, you're gonna have to just do on instant form, and then everything else when it comes to the targeting is the same. But for the ads, so unfortunately, Facebook's going to delete all the data that you had here. So you're going to have to copy and paste, the data that you have here using the same images, etc. But then once you do that, you can create a form, and then, click on continue. It works the same way. You want to, of course, name the form. First thing you want to do in this case is go into settings, and you want to make sure you click on open. So that way, if people share your ad, people who it gets shared to can fill out the form. So you click on done. You want to do more volume, and then you want to enter in a greeting if you wish, or you could remove the greeting. And then same story here. You go onto the questions, and you could do logic filtering now. So of course you can do multiple choice. What you can do there is make sure you have this conditional logic on, and then if they hit yes, they go to the next question, but if they hit no, it closes the form, and then it goes to this end page for non-leads. So let's say if they have 2 years experience, obviously you can always add in another question, and then you can just do Q2, and then it's just like yes or no. So if you want to ask a question of something that you just want to know, like for example, if they have their own car, but if that's not impertinent to the job and you don't care if they do or if they don't, but you just want to know for your own sake, you can make it so that way both yes and no lead to, let's say, the completion message in this case. And then you can just do it again for the submit form, and then this end page here. So you could do that as well. So if they hit yes, they go to the next question, so Q2. And then if they hit no, they go to the end page or whatever. Once someone fills out the form, you could say something like, please fill out the form below. They can fill out their email and then their full name. You can add a category, user information, contact field, go in a phone number, so you can get their phone number as well. And then if you're running, a nationwide campaign, you can ask for, the state that they're in as well. Of course, you want to add a privacy policy, same as before. And then the ending is just, you can customize the end pages. So you could just say, thanks, you're all set for the people who are leads. And then for the people who aren't leads, you could just say, based on your answers, this may not be the best fit for you. So how do you get notified of these leads? So you can use a tool called Zapier to get notified of the leads. So with Zapier, it's a way that you can get emailed when somebody fills out the form on your page. So I have Go High Level, so I could, do an automation to do that. But you don't need to pay for Go High Level. Zapier, I would say, I think it's like around 20 to 25 a month in order to do this. If you don't want to do this, then you're going to have to go to the Facebook Meta Business Suite periodically to see if there's any new applicants that came in. But in our case, let's say we are using Zapier, you can just go new lead on Facebook. You connect your Facebook ad account through here. Very simple, very straightforward. Make sure you have the correct page, and the correct form as well. Once you connect your Facebook account, this will auto-populate, so you'll see it in the drop-down. And then you want to go to send an email. So send an email to yourself, and you can also send an email to the applicant as well to let them know that they got the application. And then what you want to do is you want to say thank you for the application. We're going to click on edit the existing draft, and then once you do that, you can click here, and it's going to say insert data, and then you're going to see all the different parameters you have. You want to look for the question that you want the response to, and then you want to hit yes or something like that. And then you want to click on that, so that way it appears on something like this. I'm not going to get too detailed into it. I do have another video on my channel which explains more how Zapier works, which I will link in the iCard as well. But once you do that, that's how you set up a Facebook recruitment ad campaign step by step in 2024. If you want to learn once you set it up, how to 3x your results, take a look on this video I have on screen right now. That's going to show you guys exactly how to do that.